Hello.
Hey!
Hello. Hello and welcome back to
Hello, Internet world.
welcome to episode 3 of Suds and Buds. I am Buds.
I am Suds.
And ooh. I like that timing.
Timing you well.
Well, anyway. Have you heard, Suds? Have you heard, Suds?
The Muffin Man.
About the Muffin Man? No, not necessarily about the Muffin Man, but about the head transplant that's going to be happening in Europe here soon.
Oh shit! Is that the Russian guy?
He's like Russian, Romanian. He's like Eastern European. Yeah.
Well, the surgeon's Russian, right?
Yeah, one of the surgeons on the team. I think the head surgeon is Russian. I think you're right. But I think the doctor who developed this is like Romanian or something. I don't know. Swedish. I don't know. God damn it! I should probably look this up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know little about it, but I've read a bit about it because it's been news for like 2 years almost. Like, it's been big news. Not big news, but it's been news for a while.
Well, I know it's been news for a while, but what do you call it?
not trying to steal your thunder here. Oh, this is old news.
No.
Bringing it.
I sound like I'm defeated, but no, I'm looking up the information. It's planned for this year. No, why I bring this up? I know it's kind of old news, but I know people are talking mostly about like the procedure, blah blah blah, and like what would like the health ramifications be, and blah 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 blah. But I want to get into like almost like the ethics of it. Like screw the science for now. Like I love the science of it, and I'm super interested in seeing it happen. But like,
well, you want to give everyone a little background on it, like a little word on it.
So there's a 30-year-old Russian man. His name is Valery Spiridonov.
That's a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, right? No, he volunteered for the procedure. That's where we're getting the Russian guy. This guy, Valery, he volunteered for the procedure in hope of living a normal life. Well, at least a more normal life. He's a computer scientist, and he suffers from Wernig-Hoffman disease. It's a motor neuron degeneracy and stuff like that. So then this guy Canavero, I think according to Canavero's calculations, if everything goes, but yeah, that sounds like the guy doesn't specifically. Let's see, Italian neuroscientist Sergio Canavero. That's the guy who created the whole process about it.
Great.
And he says if everything goes according to plan, 2 years is the time frame needed to verify all scientific calculations and plan the procedure details. So
nice, I was right, like 2 years.
Yeah. So it's planned for this year. That means that they started it back in 2015, which is really cool. And I also like this, and this is why I want to get into the ethics of it. The people working on this said it isn't a race. That's important to hear from them. It isn't a race.
Like they're not trying to be like, oh, we're the first people to do this crazy stuff.
Exactly. They're making sure that they have a 99% or better chance of succeeding at this, which is really cool to see.
I don't buy the 99% thing.
Me either, but the fact that they're shooting for it means that they're going to get a lot of things right.
Sure. I mean, I think it is a race. Because I think we're attempting this way earlier than.
Oh yeah, no, they're kind of racing to see if they can get it done, almost like with the technology that we have now, and that's kind of where the ethics come in. Like, would you think we're pushing it too hard, like with the technology we have? Should we wait?
Here's the big thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
It's not really a head transplant. It's like a body transplant.
Yeah.
Head transplant sounds funnier. But like the same dude's head. They're putting it on a healthy body.
Yeah.
I hate to be the donor for that procedure, by the way.
I think they're getting it from a fresh dead corpse. I mean, like the moment this person dies, they're removing the head and starting the procedure. I think that's how it works.
You watch all these movies about zombies. I'm not saying this is how it starts out, but I think this is how it starts out. It gets like all the dead chemicals like spreads up into his brain, and then
mixes in with the living chemicals and creates a perfect balance.
And now he's got to eat the fresh brains of the living, even though his brain is fresh. I haven't thought this through, but neither have they.
Oh fuck! But what the hell was that movie from the 80s?
Back to the Future.
No.
Breakfast Club.
No.
Footloose.
No. Well, as long as I need like some sort of 80s sitcom comedy movie, I know to come to you.
The Heathers.
No.
There's a movie that would not be made after 9/11.
It was
After Columbus.
After. That's true. Yeah, no, it's The Reanimator. There we go. That's what it's called.
Not familiar.
Yeah, it's a movie from the 80s. It's about a scientist who develops this like serum that brings recently dead tissue back to life. Like it can't be too dead. It has to be recently dead. And that's one of the things that they actually did. They were trying to head transplant in that movie. Yeah, that was one of the main villains kind of thing. It wasn't really a villain until he pretty much died. He was just kind of a jerk. But yeah, if anybody you've seen The Reanimator, it's a good fucking movie. And if anybody you have not seen The Reanimator, like you, Suds, go see the fucking movie.
There you go.
Yeah, because there's also tits in it.
Oh well, you sold me.
Yeah, it's just like why I watch Revenge of the Nerds.
The tits in Revenge of the Nerds. I've never actually seen it.
Yeah. Oh my god, you haven't seen that movie either?
No.
Oh my god, Suds. Oh my god. we're having a marathon weekend where we're gonna start it off with some Mel Brooks, so some stuff that we know.
Oh yeah.
Kind of get us loosened up, and then I'm gonna introduce you to some of the weird shit that I watch, like like The Reanimator and oh yeah, oh they're so good. That fucking what was it? Night of the Living Dead 3 from 1992. That's a good one if you haven't seen that one.
Nice.
It's super campy,
right.
but it's like a super adorable, like odd but executed love story.
Maybe this isn't popular opinion, but all the Nights of the Living Dead are campy. Even though it was,
they are.
That's Romero, right?
Yeah, it's Romero.
Like,
yeah,
groundbreaking, and the first real zombie beginning of that franchise.
But yeah, the first one was totally.
They're kind of. They're. I mean, they're great movies. They're fantastic. But looking back on them, they're like really silly.
Yeah, most of them have all tried to capture the magic of Romero's first Night of the Living Dead, which I mean, a lot of the times they end up becoming like really amazing amazing movies of their time. But even if they don't like go blockbuster, later on every single zombie movie that I've come across has some sort of cult following. You know?
That's a good point.
Like, think about it. Zombies versus strippers. Zombies versus strippers. That is a real movie, and I have watched it on something that me and my friends used to call Shitty Movie Sundays.
What's the Nazi one? Is that Dead Snow?
Yes, Dead Snow.
That's another cult. Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad, but honestly, it's entertaining. Like that's the thing. Yeah, I don't care if a script is terrible. If you can entertain me, I'm okay with it. It's like Scary Movie. It's a shit movie, but I think it's hilarious, or at least we think it's hilarious.
The first 2 to 3 were very good films.
Yes.
Then they started making scary movies out the wings.
Yeah, right. But Scary Movie 3, that was Charlie Sheen, right?
Was that only? I thought it was like 4 or 5.
Oh shit.
The first 2 to 3 were good. First 2 were definitely good.
Oh yeah. The first 2 were great. Uncle Ray Ray's got a game we can play. I don't know why that was the first scene that popped up in my head. Could have been like, "This is my strong hand," but you know.
Actually, how weird is it that Anna Faris is Chris Pratt's wife?
Not weird at all. I honestly saw them getting together, because Anna Faris is very much like, fucking. what's her name? Aubrey Plaza's character in Parks and Rec.
Kinda. I could see.
Well, I've heard that she's
comparison.
like that kind of way in real life. You know,
Depressing.
a little dark on the humor. At least from like what Chris Pratt like the I've heard some interviews with him that they're just like, yeah, we can't really repeat any of the things that I talk at home with her. Yeah, they're like us, except they don't have a podcast where where they can see wherever the fuck we want. You know?
Yeah, they don't have exposure like us.
Yeah, right? The exposure, the all fucking 15 views. The 15 views and 0 subscribers.
So about those head transplants.
Yeah, about those head transplants. The ethical repercussions of all the shit. Yeah, no, Scary Movie 3 was had fucking Leslie Nielsen, Charlie Sheen. Fucking yeah.
What's Charlie Sheen? Okay.
Queen Latifah was fucking in it. That was that was the one that was the Eminem parody one. Where his brother goes off and tries to start a rap career.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
And they meet the aliens and Michael Jackson gets fucked by one of them.
Yeah, that one's pretty
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I it was pretty entertaining to me.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought it was funny. It had its moments.
It's entertaining, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
And the only funny moment of Scary Movie 4 was at the very beginning when Charlie Sheen wakes up and drinks like a bottle of what he thinks is Advil, but it's really just a bottle of Viagra. He gets a giant boner, trips himself right out the window, and dies on it. It's just the opening scene.
That's cinema right there.
Yep. That is quality writing. Everybody wants to kill Charlie Sheen.
But he can't really die.
No, he never will. It's the tiger's blood. God damn it.
So, ethical dilemmas.
So, ethical dilemmas with head transplants and shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm for it in a scientific, way. And that side of me really wants to see if we can do it.
Mm.
But the other side of me kind of wants to be like, we should probably wait another 10 years.
Yeah.
So that the technology can catch up with the science.
I don't think this will be a very interesting debate because I think we think pretty similarly.
Well, okay.
But
it's not necessary. I wasn't going for this. It was a debate.
I know, but it's not interesting to hear two people espouse the same opinion on a dilemma.
God damn it.
But okay,
we do think very similar. But yes, go for it.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my
as a governor.
My take on it, as the governor of a undisclosed state. So, I mean, I'm for it. I mean, the guy is giving his consent, and he doesn't have a great high, quality of life now. Mm-hmm. So, if he's consenting, I think we go all for it. I mean, the way I think the medical sort of ethics works now, you can't just say, oh, this guy consents to this crazy ass procedure that we don't think will work. That's fine. Like in America, that would not fly.
Yeah.
In America, you're not get a head transplant for. I could even say decades. Yeah. I would say not for another 20 years would anyone attempt it in the U.S. Unless this one is successful. Maybe that would expect.
An American doctor or an American patient would have it done, and they might do it at the same time, but it won't be done on American soil for another 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Would the doctor lose his license? I don't know. Possible, yeah.
Yeah, it's very possible he would lose his American license.
Especially if the guy died.
Yeah, dude, if the guy fucking dies, I mean, to be totally honest, that has to be something that they discuss. Like,
I mean, you're cutting their head off.
We're removing.
It doesn't.
Yeah, they're. So yeah, I mean, that you bring up a really good point there, because what would happen?
Was that good?
No, with the license thing.
Oh,
Yeah, with the death thing, no, it makes the license thing even that much more of a prevalent issue. Because if you think of this guy has like an international license, then he doesn't really have to worry. He could just move to another country. They'll praise him for his work and his, the success that he had with, what happened, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Whatever will happen over there. He might lose his license here, but he will have a job. But what if he doesn't have an international license? He's just one of the doctors on the team. It's like,
Yeah, I don't know how that sort of thing would work.
yeah, would you lose your American license if you were just on the team? Like, not necessarily performing the surgery itself, but maybe like in the room?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big ethical sort of like to us. I mean, we think the ethics is clear cut, but to a lot of the medical professionals and a lot of the medical sort of the way they do things, that is not like there's a lot of
there's the do no harm to patients thing.
harm's the main tenet. Yeah, like if you're doing something that you don't think will be successful, that's a problematic thing to attempt.
Yeah, but then there's also the scientific side of the whole field of medicine, which is if you don't try something, you never know if it'll work.
Oh yeah, as a lover of science, I'm all for this. Like I want to see them try and fail hard, and then just do better next time. Like I want to see this on the. I give this like a 2% chance.
You give this a 2%. Oh my god. Okay.
Fucking work. But I just want to see someone try.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't think this is gonna work? All right.
I fact that.
So you give it a 2%.
Everyone's consenting.
Everyone is consenting
with the failure rate as long as the dude is aware of this. If he's being told, "Oh yeah, we're totally experts on this. This is definitely gonna work."
Yeah. No, I'm not buying. Yeah, I'm not buying the 99% success rate. I'm gonna give that to success rate of reconnection. I'm not gonna give that to regain of consciousness. Like, can they reconnect an entire head piece by piece? Absolutely. Like, I think they would be able to do that. Will they be able to do it before the head actually dies? That's where I'm with you. Like, can the physical surgery be performed? Yes. Will the consciousness be there when the head arrives? I'll give it a little bit more. I say probably about a 10%. I'll bump it up to about there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. That Rutgers football player who got paralyzed. It was like fucking 4 years ago or something like that. He is now moving his ankles and his wrists. So they thought he was going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life, but no, he's regaining those connections.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that can be done with reconstructive surgery is, I mean, it's literally miraculous. It's the stuff of like ancient miracles almost. The things some reconstructive surgeons can do when it comes to like nerves.
Oh yeah. And also like, I mean, with new facial reconstruction, like facial transplants, those being
that's coming along.
Yeah, the acid victims and whatnot, and the gas victims, like they regain feeling, at least partial feeling, in those spots that need to get. Wow.
And that's something that's heartening because I mean, if you've read about those actual transplants, like the amount of sheer tiny blood vessels, tiny nerves they've reconstructed individually, one by one, in a face transplant surgery, it's crazy. So if they can do that, I mean, head transplants are possible in theory.
It's the consciousness thing.
I don't know. It's just like they can keep hearts alive for like an hour outside the body, like during these sorts of surgeries.
Yeah, if not longer. I think recent studies have shown that if in the right conditions, you can actually keep a heart alive for not indefinitely, but definitely a lot longer than just like an hour or two.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long some of these longest surgeries have gone. They can definitely do it for quite a while.
Because lungs can last. I've heard of lungs lasting outside of the body for a good amount of time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
The issue is the heart has so much like energy requirement because it's constantly beating.
Yeah, you basically have to hook it up to a fucking car battery and just shock it every couple seconds.
You got to make sure it's getting like all this oxygen and all this energy so that it can keep doing its thing. Otherwise, it just dies. I guess.
Oxygenated chamber. Keep a similar voltage system going to it, to keep it on a regular rhythm, and then just a solution that is identical to blood. just maybe not in color, I guess, because you made it synthetically. But
Mhm.
I mean, we have all of those technologies.
Yeah, I mean, they have, and they're presumably going to have liters of this guy's blood. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's using it.
Yeah. They're gonna have not only liters of his blood, but also liters upon liters of his same type and
Right.
like antibody types and stuff like that. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I'm giving it a 10%. Like, honestly, I could see this working if, like what they said, if everything goes according to plan. This is one of those black and white. It either works or it doesn't.
It is such a crazy concept, but some people who have broken these kind of fringes of science had concepts that just seemed outrageous at the time.
Yeah. They seemed outrageous, but I mean,
Like
Galileo,
flight, or
yeah, the Orville brothers would fucking flight shit. Yeah. Oh, fucking
Yeah,
Watson and Crick
popcorn.
with DNA. Like,
I love their popcorn.
oh, yeah. That's Orville Redenbacher.
Oh. Well, which is it? Watson?
Or
I think it's Watson.
Orville, Wright, the Wright brothers. Shit, Orville Wright, and it was like something. Yeah, that's what his name was. Yeah,
Orville and
uh, something with an H. It was like Howard or
Yeah.
Hudson or something like that.
but I think it's Watson. Maybe it's Crick. I don't want to disparage Watson. But have you ever heard the guy talk? He's just like crazy, racist, sexist, like.
Oh yeah.
off-the-wall
I
views.
think that was Watson. Yeah, he's got like really bass-ackwards views on certain things. It's like he kind of discovered the building blocks of what we are, so we kind of can't hate him, but we can. Oh my god.
Well, here's the
Darn.
thing. Who really, whose research did they use to discover the double helix model of DNA? Rosalind Franklin,
Yeah.
who took X-ray crystallography, is that the right word, of DNA, and she took so many pictures. Like, she spent so much time with radiation back in the day.
Yeah, she
that
died.
She died, of like cancer, essentially. That's probably, they don't know for sure if it's due to all the X-rays she took in her life, but probably. And then they used her research.
More than
And they
likely,
developed-
she was completely unprotected in all those experiments. So yeah.
And they won the Nobel Prize in Science for that, and she didn't, because you can't award that prize posthumously. Apparently that's the rule.
Yeah. It is a rule.
But she's
a couple of people in recent history have been like up for the award, but they died before they could get awarded it.
It's crazy. My favorite Nobel, I think it's medicine. I think there's one prize for medicine, right?
Oh yeah. There's medicine, physics, astrophysics. There's fucking everything.
There's 5. It's like literature, physics, peace, medicine, and something else. I don't know.
Politics.
Chemistry?
Politics.
No, that's the peace one.
Oh, that's the peace one.
Nobel Prize is like.
Then something like economics or it has to be economics.
Yeah, it is economics.
Because
right.
fucking beautiful mind.
Yeah, and Obama won the peace prize, so that's.
He won the peace one. Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite Nobel Prize in medicine was the guy. For years, they said stomach ulcers were due to just the acid in your stomach, and he's like, "Yo, I think I found this bacteria that causes stomach ulcers," and everyone just laughed him out of town. And like, no, we know how stomach ulcers are made, guy.
Yeah.
And he just like grew. It's called H. pylori, the bacteria that gives you stomach ulcers, in the lab. And the dude just like looked at it one day, just downed it, just like drank it himself, and like pretty much almost immediately he started developing these terrible, painful stomach ulcers.
Oh Jesus!
And then proved that these are caused by a type of bacteria, and won the Nobel Peace Prize later.
For medicine. Oh my god, that's amazing.
So that's awesome. Like, it's one of the more like not so dramatic in terms of like the double helix model of DNA, but it is like, okay,
dude,
like,
that is a dramatic way. That is a very dramatic way to prove your fucking point.
Test it on yourself, because
hey,
again,
I've seen this studied in other people.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's like I might as well be the human guinea pig on this one if they're not believing me.
And then
that is dedication.
Now you can cure that bacteria in people's stomachs. And in some people, it helps their ulcers. Some people, it's not caused by that.
Yeah, other people's it's other unknown like weird things that we're still studying.
Yeah, some people just make a lot of acid.
Yeah. Um, if I eat uh just too much red meat just in a row, it doesn't have to be large portions every night, but if I eat too much red meat, like yeah, that shit goes crazy.
Goes off.
Yeah. I can only imagine what it would be like living with that.
You're
That's what I'm
preaching.
getting at with that. I'm like, it gets bad for me only with a certain condition. I can only imagine living like that. Ugh.
I got pretty bad acid reflux, or
Ooh.
GERD, as they say.
GERD.
I take medication. I took they actually upped my medication because I got a tube down my throat, and they were like, "Oh, you look fine, but it looks like really irritated." So we're gonna up the medication.
Damn.
It's like,
Well, I'm glad you're still okay, man.
oh
And
yeah,
don't need you fucking like burning holes through your stomach.
the medication, omeprazole, or the brand name, if you watch Larry the Cable Guys, Prilosec.
Prilosec.
It works wonders because
Yeah.
before it's literally like I had heartburn all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've used Prilosec before.
yeah, I mean it works. It works wonders.
Yeah,
It's great.
that one and Pepto-Bismol work for me.
Yeah,
If I'm-
Pepto-Bismol.
Mm-hmm. Tums don't work for me anymore.
Yeah, well, Prilosec is more like a chronic thing. Like you have to take it every day for it to work. Like it's not immediate relief.
Oh yeah, no. When I was in high school taking, when I was on that Percocet, for those of you out there, I had surgery when I was younger, and I was on Percocet afterwards. Yeah, that shit gave me like horrible acid reflux. One of the side effects of opioids.
Yeah, they kind of slow everything down.
Yeah, and my body was stopped digesting food, and it started just acid back up, and it was bad. So yeah, I took Prilosec. It worked.
Yeah, it does do good.
Yeah, but then I stopped taking the prescribed heroin, and now I just eat spicy food, and I experience it mostly because of that.
Yeah. So on the topic of groundbreaking things that have been years in the making,
Yes.
let's return to my favorite segment in the show, Kesha News. So she's released another new song,
She has.
and yes.
Yes.
And remember what I said about her past new song.
Yes.
I'm glad she's back. However, and I respect the message the song had.
Yes.
But I didn't personally like it.
Yes.
This is totally the opposite.
Okay.
I like the song a lot, and I do not respect it at all, which is exactly what I want in a Kesha song.
Right. The song's called "Woman," right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was
playing when we started talking.
Oh my god, yes. I thought it was that. I didn't want to guess wrong though. Yeah. I listened to this song when it came out, when it popped up, because this channel is subscribed to the Kesha Vivo. If you want to hop on over to the Kesha Vivo and give her your support. She is delivering exactly what we have been waiting for the past 4 or 5 years.
She has returned to us.
Woman is right back on track with TikTok and whatever the hell other garbage she was producing, but it's Kesha, and I love it, and she's amazing.
Yes, I'm not sure exactly how many times she says "motherfucker" in the song, but it's the appropriate amount of times for a Kesha song.
It's more than Blink-182 said in Family Reunion, and that's a lot.
I think it's an accurate take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like they pretty much only say "motherfucker" in Family Reunion. Is that?
Well, that's Dan Carlin's 7 words you can't say on TV plus his like update, right?
Yeah, it was their version of his bit. Yeah. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. Now we can never be played on mainstream television. That whole thing would just be like a beep. Or it'll sound like a really weird backwards noise. Hail Satan.
You know, a case involving that bit actually went to the Supreme Court.
Oh my god, it did.
Somebody played it on the radio once. And
Oh, shit.
I forget exactly what the Supreme Court's wording was, but they said it was like, I think they said it was inappropriate, but not, or offensive or inappropriate, but not obscene.
Yeah, because I said it was a cleanly delivered bit, but it was using inappropriate and somewhat offensive language or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
God damn, that's
But yeah,
hilarious.
it's a great song. Kesha's back, you guys.
Kesha is back, hands down. I also like the music video. To be totally honest, I'm kind of down with the music video. Her gold leotard and like those, yeah, the fucking whatever the fuck she's wearing other than that gold leotard. Like she's got those old woman like slipper shoes and like some frilly like fucking Las Vegas review show bullshit going on around her neck. But she's in like this hole in the wall like disco dance club that like I've played so many shows at just growing up in punk bands and shit like that.
Yeah.
So man, she's back.
She's back, guys.
Yeah.
You guys. Time will tell the greatness that is to unfold.
The greatness that is Kesha with no dollar sign this time. She doesn't have a she does not have a dollar sign this time.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
It's because she's disenfranchised now.
Yeah, she I'm completely assuming. What did you just go check?
Is it I gotta double check this. I don't believe you.
Her 4 years ago stuff does have the dollar sign, but her 2 brand new songs do not have the dollar sign.
Oh, you're right.
Check that
stylized
shit.
As Kesha.
Yep.
Dollar sign ha. That's right in Wikipedia.
Yep. And now she is just
God.
Kesha.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. That is.
I have all the more respect for her now.
Yeah. Oh. It's just even more of a fucking middle finger to her previous people who controlled her life.
Exactly.
Like, I'm using the name. I'm just changing it back to a real name.
And that, see, like I said, Kesha is a smart person, despite
she is incredible.
All evidence to the contrary.
Right?
But
like,
but that's the thing. People use their real name in music, and it gets copyrighted. And then later, they can't use their real name. Like, they can't have a solo career.
Yeah, like Prince.
And,
that
like,
happened
use
to
the
Prince.
real name. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why he went to the symbol, and everybody made fun of him. But nobody believed him that it was like, no, literally, my fucking record label are being dickwads and won't let me use... Prince is my real name, guys. Like,
yeah.
not just
and
the
that
stage
was a smart move
on his
part. But Kesha preempted that shit.
Yeah, she fucking changed one letter, and boom, just escaped all of it.
Genius.
Absolutely, yeah.
Truly the greatest mind of our time.
Kesha and or fans of and or fucking manager of and or anybody. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I would love to have you on the show.
English?
Kesha.
What is this?
Yeah.
Kesha and or manager and or anyone and or...
Yeah, no, I'm just saying anyone, you know, in her fucking circle. I don't care. Get this to her ears. Like, we're fans of you, Kesha. Like,
when the aliens come, I want Kesha to be our emissary.
I want fucking We Are Who We Are to be playing when the aliens arrive. I'm not kidding. I want that to be playing because they're gonna come down seeing us fucking our shit up and being assholes to each other. But if they hear that fucking song playing, they're gonna be like, alright, these guys know what they're about. And they're just gonna continue the fuck on. Or they're gonna join in on the party. Because Kesha is dope. And you know I'm right.
This planet truly has a vibrant and beautiful culture. Can I conquer it?
Yes. I was about to click on the video and, like, you know, play a little sample, but I remembered that her old record label is the one that has rights to that song. So I'm not going to do that. And with that, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We will be back on Thursday. Thank you for listening to Suds and Buds podcast. I am Buds.
I am Suds.
And bye.